Welcome to the Daily App Show iPad edition. Today we're looking at Middle-earth Map 2. This is an app that basically provides a full map of Middle-earth. So if you're a J.R.R. Tolkien fan, or if you're into Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, or anything like that, and you want to learn more about all the different places that they talk about in that book, then you can look at a map now of basically the world Middle-earth. So as you see here, up here is Middle-earth. This is the main area where Lord of the Rings was at. We have different places that you would be familiar with if you've seen the movie or read the books. You have Mordor here. If you zoom in over here, you have Isengard and such. We have Moria, which is the mine and Fellowship of the Ring that the Fellowship had to go through. We have different areas here that you'll see that will be familiar. We have Rivendell up here at the top and such. So this allows a lot of exploration. Now, obviously, this is Middle-earth mainly over here, but there are other lands and places that you may not be so familiar with here, and those are based off of references from Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit or any books surrounding that that would give reference to these other regions and such. So they've done a real good job of mapping this out. The other thing they have here is they have the ability to search for specific locations. So you have favorites, which are places that you'll be able to save if it's something you want to refer back to. You can also search for a specific location, or you can choose within a category. Let's say you wanted to find a city or town. You could come in here and choose this, and we could come through, and if we were looking for something like Isengard, we could select that. It's going to bring this up. It's going to explain a little bit about that location. We can then choose to add this to our favorites, which we can do just by hitting the check mark, and we can remove it by hitting the X. So if you want to add it to your favorites, you simply do that. If you'd like to see it zoomed in on the map, you hit go there, and it's going to zoom in and pan to the right location. So here it's panning up now, and it's showing us this is Isengard right over here. Now if you notice nearby, this is Entwood, which is where the Ents lived, the big talking trees, if you're not that familiar with the story. And so you can look up a lot of different locations. You can come through here. You can choose other different types of places and such. We have tombs, graves, and things like that. We have one location here of that, and we can view that here. We can choose to go to that location, and it's going to take us over there and reload the map in that location. So here we have another area that refers to something referred to in the story, and this is a tomb of some sort, which you can read about in the story or find out more information about and such. Now if you'd like to keep any notes about anything on here, you can do that here. You simply come into this little area. You can hit the plus sign to add a new note, and then you can come in here, type your note, and you can save it, and it will show up here. And then if you had one that you'd like to delete, you just simply select it and you'd be able to delete it and such. There is info here about the map, which you can read about, as well as the entire application. We have news here, we have about, we have our app help. We also have a map legend, which will explain all the different color codings and icons and things like that on the map. So this will really give you a real great explanation of what everything means here on the map. So definitely check out the legend when you look at this app. We have a bibliography, which gives you a list of all the sources where they're pulling these locations from. We also have acknowledgments and support and things like that. So you can set those there. Now when you're using the map, if you like to, you can reset your view back to the full globe view, and you can view that there. The other options you have here is you can select down here to this one ring, and it's going to go ahead and load this website, which is theonering.net, and this is for fans of Tolkien. If you want to read about any rumors of the upcoming Hobbit film or anything to do around anything that relates to Tolkien or Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit and any works surrounding that, you can read about it here. You also have this gateway spot here, which is another resource of looking up locations and things of the like that are in the map and such. You can view those here within the gateway. And so this will allow you just another resource of looking up information and places and things like that that you may read about if you're going through the stories. We also have the web view here, which is going to go ahead and bring up, and that's going to load here in a second. And it's going to allow us, basically, we can view the other apps and things like that that are available, if there's any other support, feedback, and such. Obviously, this is Middle-earth Map 2, so there is the first map, which you can also check out if you'd like to, but this is the upgraded, newer map version. So overall, it's just a great resource for anyone who's a big fan of Tolkien or into the story. You've wanted to see maybe all the locations that are described, because if you've ever read Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit or anything, there's a lot of detail, there's a lot of descriptions. So this map helps you kind of lay out everything that you read about and try and map out in your mind, you can see it on paper or an image from the app. So definitely check it out. It's called Middle Earth Map 2. It's available in the App Store. Pick it up today.